When Morgan announced it was killing off the three-wheeler, everyone at Goodwood Road and Racing was very, very sad indeed. But now, it's back.
This is the all-new Morgan Super 3. It might have three wheels, but the three-wheeler name is out. A sign that this isn't just a revamp, this is an entirely new vehicle. It has a new engine, a new chassis, a new body. Almost everything, apart from the gearbox, has been traded up, creating something that's faster, more powerful, and more economical. Oh, and it looks absolutely incredible too.
I mean, seriously, look at it. The old three-wheeler was cool because it looked like something you could have bought in the 1940s. You had the engine at the very front sticking out. You could even get bullet hole stickers to put on the side of the car. This is different. It's still got loads and loads of charm, but there's less reminiscing. It's just fresher. First things first, the engine obviously isn't on the outside anymore, but what you have got is this cast aluminium section on the outside, which is obviously entirely structural because onto it bolts the suspension, the steering, everything, and even the engine. But it's also shaped to channel air into the radiators, and that's one big talking point. The old engine was air-cooled. This isn't. It has got radiators, and those are tucked behind these side blades. From the front, it's actually quite a squared-off shape, but when you get round to the side, it still looks super smooth. You've also got these wings here that help create a bit of turbulence to suck out the hot air from the radiators. Air also goes in here to help cool the engine, and air goes directly in here into the engine itself. And these wheel covers as well, obviously outside exposed, inside covered to stop turbulent air disturbing you as you're driving along. I think what I really love is that when you move down the side of the car, you've got that profile, and it is different in character to the three-wheeler. It's just more sculpted, and you almost don't notice the side blades at all when you look at it bang on from the side. One thing I really love is that further you get towards the back, it doesn't just drop off anymore, it just sort of tucks in. It does that around the whole side of the car. It's a really, really pretty shape. And on this side, of course, you've also got the exhaust. One final thing I like at the back here is more cast aluminium. If you look very closely, it almost looks like the grain of wood, and you would think, well, that's deliberate, but it isn't. It's just how the metal is cast. It's left over from the production process, but they've chosen not to smooth it out. Good decision. I really like that. On the inside, again, you've got some lovely, lovely little details. This is aluminium, so it's cold to the touch. Could have been plastic, but isn't. I like that. And here, these, if I turn the key, turn it on, these are entirely digital dials for the very first time. And then you've got a bomb release switch, so I'm told, which covers the start button. That's worth the price of the car just on its own, isn't it? Anyway, as good as all this looks, of course, this is about the driving experience. So let's talk about some of the details. And I will start with this. The gearbox. This is the one thing that is exactly the same. 5-speed manual from a Mazda MX-5. And of course, this is rear-wheel drive, which brings me to the engine. The three-wheeler had a 2-litre vee-twin engine. The Super 3 has a 1.5-litre 3-cylinder from Ford. As a result, this has more power and more torque. The last three-wheeler had 67 brake horsepower and 129 newton meters of torque. The Super 3 has 120 horsepower and 150 newton meters of torque. 0 to 62 miles an hour takes 7 seconds, which is exactly the same time as the old three-wheeler, but that's in part because the Super 3 weighs 635 kilograms and the old three-wheeler weighed 585 kilograms. So there's 50 kilograms more in this car. But at first, you kind of think, it's another new car that weighs more than its predecessor, but ultimately, 635 kilograms, that isn't a lot, is it? That's still nothing.
As well as the extra power and torque, the Super 3's 3-cylinder motor means better fuel economy and lower emissions. Go easy on the throttle and you'll see 40 miles to the gallon compared to the three-wheeler's 34 miles to the gallon. No, that's not really what these cars are about, but better fuel economy means that cars like this can still exist.
What else is new? Oh, quite a lot.
For the very first time, Morgan has made a superformed aluminium chassis. The company's employed the superforming process before, whereby sheet metal is simultaneously heated and shaped to create strong and incredibly precise body panels, but never for the chassis itself. The Super 3 has gone through a more comprehensive durability testing program than any Morgan before too, and it uses a new, unique Avon Speedmaster tyre.
And then there are the accessories. So these wind deflectors on this one, you can have them yellow. Then you've got these vinyls down the side on the side blades. Then, if we come over to this other car, we've got an exo rack, so you can bolt things onto the back here. We've got a suitcase. We have, on the inside, a movable pedal box. You've got bungee strings, so you can just chuck your phone in. Wind deflector is clear on this one. On the other side, the suitcase is a different colour, so you can mix and match. You can choose exactly what you want. And then over here, there's even more. I'll just move the tyre out of the way. You've got more bungees, and these racks just go straight on the side of the car, so you can put whatever you want behind them. And you've got a Marley bag, which has a cup holder, so when you put it on the side of the car, you can put your flask of coffee on the outside. There's so much stuff. So there we have it, the new Morgan Super 3. What do you think of it? Let us know in the comments below. I can't wait to have a drive.